This paper is about Walter Cronkite, and he was, for I think it was almost 20 years, the anchor for the CBS Evening News. He was sort of the go-to place for most, well, at least a good chunk of the American audience for news during that period. And one of the things that I found really curious when he passed away in 2009 was how he was treated by journalists who were covering his death and the memorial services they held in New York for him. And as I was watching and reading and listening, because he's always, for a long time, has been kind of a semi-hero of mine, I guess, it got me to thinking that they were sort of ushering him out, and along with him, by that I mean they were sort of ushering his approach to journalism out. That even though during the coverage, and I touch on this in the paper, that they were very respectful and revered the guy clearly and thought that he was, one of the greatest journalists ever. It was almost as if they were saying, right along with that, it's don't let the door hit you on the rear end on the way out kind of thing. This is how we do journalism now. We're very flashy and cover a lot of celebrities and all the things that folks sort of cite in other studies. They were basically saying, you're an outsider, we loved you, but we're going to take the field from here. We know how to do it given current conditions. They talked a lot about the fact that the business is different now, that there's no room for just one person to control that much of the news audience, that folks can get their news in 100 different places, and that his approach, while it was great, is sort of obsolete. They were indeed sort of making him out to be an outlier, that even though they clearly admired the fact that he was a dogged reporter and was brave and flew a B-17 once and during the war, or World War II that is, and that he would go anywhere for a story, and that all of the young reporters that he sort of nurtured on the way up were very appreciative of what he did. By the same token, they were still kind of saying, well, that's then. And there were a variety of ways in which they accomplished it. They tried to make him seem as though he was like a typical celebrity today. Someone like Cronkite, who sort of embodies or personifies such a thorough approach to reporting. When folks like him leave the scene, that is less institutional memory to draw on for young reporters who are coming in and learning the field. The Cronkite approach to news is kind of lost, and I think that if the paper inspires even a few folks to just say, hey, maybe I ought to revisit this objectivity thing, or maybe not cover every celebrity that gets drunk at a party, that would be a good thing.